For me, the starting point is to remember that a constitution is really something quite simple. It's simply the way in which people make rules and decisions about how we all live with each other. And every culture develops a constitution because every culture knows that in the end people have to learn to get along. What has happened since 1840 is we've been taught to believe that we didn't have that. And so the only possible constitutional system there could be was the one imposed by the colonisers. And so we have spent, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of hours trying to deal with and make that imposed system more responsive, more respectful of us. And as I said earlier, there are a number of issues at the moment which highlight the reality that that system is not designed to serve our people well. And so it brings into greater focus, I think, the need that we have a choice, really. We can either continue to argue for more Māori in Parliament, for more Māori judges or whatever, but in the end they operate on a field, if you like, in which they don't make the rules. We can continue to write submissions, to spend hours arguing what is clearly a just case. But if that system does not see the arguments we raise as serving its interests, then it will ignore them. And I don't want to undervalue the efforts of our people who do, with a great deal of energy and honesty, try to change that process. But as our old people said so often, and as happened in 1995 at Hirami, at some point we either have to decide we're going to carry on just doing that, or we're going to look at something quite different so that our mokopuna won't have to do that. And that for me in the end is the driving force. The fact that there are those issues that highlight it at the moment may make the discussion flow somewhat easier among our people, but in the end there's that stark choice. And I know people will say, oh, you're being unrealistic, but reality is something that humans construct. And when people say to Māori you're not being realistic, what they mean really is you're not being Pākehā. And reality is then used by Pākehā as a justification for what they do, because it can never be an explanation. So when a politician says, oh, the reality is, that's an excuse. It doesn't justify or provide any rationalisation for what they're doing. What our working group will try to do, I hope, is actually look for a different reality. Look for a code of constitutional behaviour which is a rationalisation, which is based in common values. And if we can do that, then our mokopuna will be the ones who will stand to benefit from it.